This is Irontrader. It is Friday morning, TGIF. So, as usual, we're going to take a look here at Bitcoin, at crude oil, and at natural gas. This video is for information purposes only, not a recommendation to buy Sunny Stock Market ETF. Please like, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Okay, here we have Bitcoin, your daily chart. Now, today's Friday. This is the last of the week here. I don't know how much volume is going to go on here between next week, today and next week here. So just keep your trades a little bit smaller. But I think just like yesterday, actually, there was some good action going on here. But we'll see how the whole day shakes out. Okay, here we have the old Bitcoin, and I can see we had that sell off here. But what we're doing here is this is still looking like we're putting a series here of higher lows in there, and that's always pretty good. And same way we had the higher highs. But you notice here that the 21-day and the 8-day is very key here on the resistant levels here. This is why you trade the charts. Now, what I don't like about this is see where this 8-day, it's 98 531, okay, and then we have 98 99 183. See, now your 8-day crossed over your 21-day. That's not a good look. Okay, so we got to see how that shakes out. See how this was here? See when it crossed over, took the price right on down. Now again, Bitcoin's very volatile, so we got to see if that's actually going to take it right back up here again. But we got to see how the action is. But always watch that. That's always very key. That's usually the first sign. Okay, so here's what we're watching on the upside is this 8-day, okay, 98 531. That's going to be very critical to get above that. And same way with this 21-day, okay, at 99 183. But when you have that crossover like that, that's always a little bit leery here, because when it crosses above, you can see how nicely it rallies and holds it. But when it crosses below, not so good. Okay, so that's going to be on the upside there. And if we can get above that, then what we can do is we can go up to yesterday's high. Okay, then you're looking at 99 995 level. Okay, and then what we'll do is we can come all the way up here to the top of this candle here. You're looking at like a $1.03 going on here. Then we can just follow the candles all the way up here. You got 105 325. You got 106 960, and then we can have your big retest 108 960. And I know eventually you're going to take this out here. You're going to go 110 115 25, and then when you're going to have that big rip again here. But again, right now, what you have to do is you got to get above this 8-day. That's very critical, and that 21-day, very critical. If not, you're going to go sideways to down. It's just that simple. So look at the downside here. So what do we have? We look at today's low, 95 570, and then we look to yesterday's low, 95 095, and then we just keep following right on down, 93 545. Then we'll come over here. You're looking at 92 460, and then this is the Kiwis. This is the recent low, 92 355 level. Okay, and then what we do is we just come right up here to where this price channel is. You're looking at 91 475, which is basically right there, just that candle right there. Now, yesterday we were at this candle. Now we're at this candle, so it looks like that price channel is starting to curl up here. It's just that I just don't like that when that 8-day crosses over that 21-day. Now, here on the RSI, we're sitting here at 52. So you got plenty of room in either direction. Your green is still below your red. That shows momentum there, but to the downside. So if you can get and close above that 8-day and that 21-day, then we can rip higher. If not, we're going to go sideways here to down on the old Bitcoin. We'll see how it shakes out today. Okay, let's take a look here now at crude oil and natural gas. Okay, here we have crude oil daily chart. Let me bigger up a little bit here. And then we have natural gas, your daily chart, and the contract roll finally came into play. Okay, finally, now our charts get back to normal here again. Okay, see where we had the contract roll here, where pop gapped up, and then she just rallied on up here. Now it gapped down here. So now we are in the February contract we are trading. About time. I think the Christmas holidays will kind of give it the old Scroogey. Okay, so here's what you're looking at here. On the downside, we're sitting at 3.41. This is going to be key right here, is this 3.66 level here. That's going to be very key. Then we can look to today's low. You're looking at 3.29 level here, okay? Again, if that's lost here, what we do is we just go right down here, the top of that candle. You're looking at 3.25 level. Okay, then what we do is we can come down here. You're looking at 3.13 level. Then we come down here. Okay, you got 3.13, 1.14. Right there is going to be very critical at that 3.09. Okay, that was that big spike low, and then right below here is we have this 3.02 level here. So we had this really nice double bottom situation here. Okay, so you had that low right there at 3.14. We were walking here at that 3.13. See, we had that higher low. That was very, very nice. So that's going to become very, very good and tight support. If not, we go to the next level, we follow it down. But that 50-day is going to be very, very critical. But right now, what we're doing is we're watching this key level here, this 21-day 3.36 on a closing basis. That's going to be key. Now what we do is we have that gap. Now you notice how this gap, when it gapped up, it did fill that gap here with this candle, okay? So you did fill that gap. So we got to see if we can just run right on up here. So on the upside, we're going to be looking at today's high, looking at 3.45 level. Then what we do is we'll come right up the top of this candle here. You're looking at 3.48, and then we can come up there. You're looking at 3.52, and then we have here at 3.56, and then we're going to start running into that 8-day at 3.61. And then we look to the bottom of yesterday's candle, okay, 3.65. There's your gap fill, okay? So you have your gap, 3.45, and then the bottom of that, 3.65. There's your fill, okay? Gap and then fill. Finally, we got that contract roll going on here. So this is kind of skewed here because it's basically going to go by. You're going to need a couple days here for this to shake off here. But you did hit that 70 mark here on the natural gas, and it did come right off here now. Now, again, this is rolling over here, but let's just see. Give it a couple days here for this, actually through next week here, to see how this contract roll plays out, okay? Now, crude oil, well, crude oil, we got a little bit of rising situation here. We had that tweezer top, and then we also had a tweezer top bottom. But yesterday, we rallied up very, very nicely. We got as high as 3.75. All you got to do is look to the left of the chart there, 70.80, okay? That's what you have, 70.75, 70.80, within 5 cents, okay? So what we're looking at here today, we're just sideways action, okay? So downside, let's look at that first. We're looking at that 8-day, 69.71, very, very key. We look at 69.57, and then we look at that 69.33. Everything is sitting right there, and we have that sideways action kind of a situation. Upside here, well, we look at today's high, 70.32. Then we'll come up here, 70.43, and then we want to look at that 70.75, and then you're going to go right into that Hondo, 71.07, and then 71.44, which is basically just the top of that candle there. Okay, but right now here, just sideways action here. Okay, sideways action. So there's really nothing here. The only way you can break this downtrend here is you got to close above that 70, actually close right above here, that 70.44 level here. Then we can just start hitting all these targets here, and we break that downtrend. But right now, the downtrend, just follow that 100-day, the downtrend is still very, very much in play, kind of a situation. So for today here, just watch that 8-day. That's on the downside there. Watch that 50-day and watch that 21-day. That's all key support. If that's lost, we'll come right here, 68.81. And then we'll come here at 68.59, and then right there, your recent low at 68.42 level, okay? But right now here, we just have sideways action. I'm not expecting anything really that different here today. See this here? But because we've had this sideways, been pretty quiet here in trading, okay? So we just have that sideways action going here. So basically, you just have to trade the range. So what I am is I'm short, and then what I do is I just scalp the long situation, okay? So that's what I'm doing right now here. Now, again, if we can close above that 100-day and above that 71.44, well, then the short is gone, and I just use it for a hedge, and then I'll just take that, add to the long position, and then we ride it all the way up to that level there, 72.88. Now, if we start losing, okay, that 8-day and that 50-day and that 21-day, and we start losing all of this here on a closing basis, well, then I add to that short position because there's your target there at 66.98. Now, 53, we got plenty of room to run. This here is just flatlined. I would have to maybe get out them and get out some jumper cables here and get this thing going. This is just absolute flatline situation going on here. 53, plenty one either way, but I'm not expecting any kind of move. Usually, if you look at seasonality, first couple of days of January, it'll run up to that. And that's pretty much about it here for crude oil till about mid-February. And then you can take a long with it. Same way with the oil stocks and same way, with the gasoline there. So again, just recap, watch the 8, 50-day, 21-day. That's your support levels. Upside, watch yesterday's high, the 21 or the 100-day, and then that 71.44. That is your upside targets. Here, we got to see what's all going to go on. Watch that 21-day on a closing basis. Then we have that gap, that fill. We have that 8-day here. So let's see how this all going to shake out. Okay, I'll be back here midday trading, and we'll take a look here at the Bitcoin and that crude oil, natural gas, and we'll see if we can get some trades going here today. Market looks like it's selling off here a little bit, but it's very, very early. It did the same thing yesterday. We'll see if we can get a little rally. All right, trade what's in front of you. Now what you want.